What's happening? What's happening? It's your boy Sansa for the Conscious Mind checking in. You already know what it is when I come across your For You page or your lifestyle. Check in. Dope discussions, open discussions, you feel me? You know, I started a little early like I always do. Go ahead and let some people get in here. Go ahead and get the numbers up real quick before we get started. But those of us who are in here, tap that screen, get them likes up because y'all know how the algorithm be doing y'all, boy. And also share. So while we sitting here just waiting on more people to come in, I'm gonna go ahead and finish lighting my candles. You know, the energy cleanse. We're gonna go ahead and get that lit. Then we're gonna go ahead and get the fulfillment candle going. You feel me? Gotta protect the energy. Gotta protect the light. Gotta protect the knowledge and everything that's about to be dropped tonight. You know what I'm saying? And then lastly, we're gonna go ahead and light this sage incense. And we're gonna lift up these windows because we don't, you know what I'm saying? We don't keep low vibrating entities in here. We're gonna let them out the window and go ahead about their day, you feel me? So with that being said, let's go ahead and cleanse the area real tick. Go ahead, you know, because you can send energy through the cameras and phones and stuff. Go ahead and get my little aura and stuff right, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get situated, you feel me? Spiritual bath got me on 10 today. Spiritual bath got me on 10 today. Let's see. What's happening, Divinely Got It? Glad you can tap in. Go ahead and share this real quick. All right, we got some people in here. What's good? What's happening? What's happening? Let me finish getting everything real quick. Y'all go ahead and check out one of the topics for the night. Hi, here I come. And we in here. Oh yeah, we got a nice little bit of people. Just go ahead and get it. Let's go ahead and get it. You got a nice little bit of people in here. So y'all already know how I do it. If you got it, roll up. If you got it, pull up. I am high. My energy is up. I am up there because I took off of work yesterday. And they mad as shit at me. I don't care. Why give vacation days if we can't use them? Because I damn sure took one on tomorrow, Friday. Who coming into work on payday tomorrow? Not I. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Hold on. Y'all already know Lil Wayne time. All right. Let me check the comments. Let me see who all in here real quick before we get started. What's happening, Divinely Guided? Seeing you, what's happening, cause? KLB Knight, what's good? I hope I said your name good. Starseed, what's happening? How you doing, Tigers? Glad you could join. What's happening, X Brittany? Jimbo, what's good? All right, so now, y'all in for a dope little laugh, because check this out. We're going to talk about Lemuria or Lemuria, and then we're going to talk about Queen Mu, because you can't talk about Lemuria and Mu without Queen Mu and the Mayans a little bit. And then we're going to transition into, spirituality. Y'all know how we do. We're going to transition to spirituality. And, excuse me. And I got some more CIA declassified documents for you. We haven't covered those in a long time. So we in for a ride. Let's go ahead and get into it real quick, though. Shout out to everybody. All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. The lost continent of Mu. Lost continent of Mu. If you want a screenshot, go ahead and screenshot it. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into it. Lost continent of Mu. Lost continent of Mu. Hold on, let me get this one more time real quick. Respect. What's happening, Core? So now, check this out. Symbols. Queen Mu visited the Mayan colony. Already, we gotta stop real quick. Already, we coming in the gate like this. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Can't do it. But Queen Mu, real quick. We starting off the book, The Lost Continent of Mu. Queen Mu in the Egyptian Sphinx. If y'all want to go ahead and screenshot that, go ahead. We about to dig a little bit into this book as well. But let's go ahead and start from the continent of Mu. Because, antediluvian Egyptians, I gotta hit my soldier boy real quick. Egyptians, man, let me tell y'all about America and how ancient we are. Let's get back into it real quick. Let's get back into it real. All right, so Queen Mu visited the Mayan colony. You feel me? She visited, listen now, Queen Mu visited the Mayan colony that was on the Nile Delta during the first century of its existence, and there met Thoth. There go our favorite person in history, Thoth. I told boy, Thoth be everywhere, man. Thoth is that one black dude in the hood that know everybody. He everywhere. This boy Thoth be everywhere. Boy, this nigga everywhere. So the existence, and there met Thoth. Not in Africa, they met Thoth. Over here, you feel me? Its founder, Queen Mu visited the Mayan colony on the Delta, the Nile Delta, during the first century of its existence, and there met Thoth, its founder. According to the Toronto manuscripts, the Nile colony was started 16,000 years ago. Therefore, the great monolith in the Taihako was carved just 16,000 years ago. This right here is what they're talking about. Carved stone, on the account of the shape of this stone, which is a half sphere, it has been called by archaeologists who have visited Anara Javra. I know I butchered that, but they call it the moonstone. There are several of them. There are several of them, and they are placed at the foot of the steps leading into the temple. That this is a symbolic stone telling who the Congolese or Kingolese were and whence and how they came to Kailin has been overlooked by archaeologists, yet the writings are quite plain and distinct. The center of the stone is carved as a conventional but elaborated lotus in full bloom. This, of course, is the symbol of the motherland, the land of Mu. This is the symbol of the motherland, the land of Mu, the motherland, mother. It was adopted as such, so Oriental traditions say, because it was the first flower to adorn the earth's surface. There is every reason for believing that these traditions told the truth and that the lotus was the first flower to appear on earth. Hold on. Yes, sir. He said that's funny, most definitely. Found that boy again. What's happening, the real? Glad you could find me, big dog. Hold on. I gotta relight up, boy. These damn hemp wraps be going out. Let's flip the page. So, I got this banner on my way up here, so let's go ahead and let's pick up right here. Beyond the lotus is an ornamental band. This has no symbolical significance unless it symbolizes water. It is also too indistinct to warrant an definite conclusion. The next band consists of a procession of ducks, indicating the manner in which the colonists came to the Keelong. Like ducks, they came on the surface of the water. That is, they came in their boats. Outside of the possessions of ducks in the band, which without doubt is ornamental only, carved there as an artistic dividing line between the possessions of the ducks and the possessions of the animals. Thus, possessions of animals is divided into sets of 3. The symbolic numeral of the motherland. The symbolic numeral of the motherland. 3. Everything comes in 3s. They say death come in 3s. 3, 3, 3. Mason number 3. Everything 3. You know what I'm saying? Something about these odd numbers that starting to look really even to me. You feel me? 139. You did. So freely read. The symbols of the stone say these people who came to Keelan came there from a colony of Mu in their boats, in the road being across the ocean, and their forefathers came to that colony from the motherland. Anna was not an old city, about 2,200 years only, but before it was built, Keelan or Ceylon had been occupied by a warlike race for at least 10,000 years, as recorded by Valmiki, the Hindu sage and historian. North America's place among the ancient civilizations. Let me catch up real quick. Father, mother, child. Yup, 3. Great teachings with Mu. Most definitely. We about to dig into it because they love to write our sisters out of history because of the great shit that they done did throughout history. If you go through history, you look at all the achievements and the accomplishments of the men. Behind every great man, it's a greater woman. Ooh. Keep it going. So, North America's place among the ancient civilizations. 2 of the most interesting questions of the day to both scientists and laymen are these. Where did men first appear upon Earth, and at what date did he appear? How far back? Well, I can go ahead and answer one of those. the first place that man appeared on Earth was Pangea, when all the land masses was together. Even Lemuria was connected to North America, South America, and then when you keep going over, you got Atlantis, and then you got Africa, and you got everywhere else. So you got Atlantis over here in the West Indies, and then you got Lemuria over here in the Pacific Ocean. Both of those are two ancient land masses that kind of sunk. I ain't gonna say sunk because the water rose from the flood, so the sea went up, so ain't nothing really sunk for real, because everything is stable at the earth's crust. So the water just rose up and it drowned out those two ancient civilizations. There's actually three ancient civilizations, but we're gonna speak on two right now. So you got Lemuria in the Pacific Ocean, then you got Atlantis in the West Indies, but everything was Pangea, and Pangea was technically Atlantis, one big ass landmass, Eden, Atlantis, whatever you want to call it. This is how traditions and artifacts and hieroglyphics and languages and culture and everything is similar everywhere. But I don't like to say similar. You might as well say the same, because it's the same. The Maya hieroglyphics is the same as the Egyptian hieroglyphics, which is the same as the Sumerian hieroglyphics, which is the same as every other hieroglyphics on the face of this earth. A couple of letters might have changed here and there, but let's be for real though. Let's be for real. You know what I'm saying? Same people. So now let's flip the page. Let me catch up real quick. Hidden Truth of Wisdom is here, most definitely. Australia, yup, there you go. So now, North America's place description of everything concerning it. Many of the North American remains of men date back to a time before our great western mountain ranges raised their opposing heads above the level of the plains. Ooh, that's far back. How old is our Y chromosomes? Melanated people over here in America? Okay, yeah. So now, in our western states, there are traceable 4 civilizations of human beings who occupied the land before the cliff dwellers. 4 civilizations of human beings who occupied the land before the cliff dwellers and the present Red Indians. Who was here before the Red Indians? Cliff dwellers. We're gonna talk about them cliff dwellers, cause yeah, man. It is quite possible that the actual cliff dwellers and the Red Indians may be races that have descended from remnants that were saved during the rise of the mountains. The 4 civilizations were shown by their different forms of writing in the remains of their houses. These writings are on boulders and cliffs and give to us an imperishable history of the race that inscribed in them. True, it is a fragmentary history, but it is sufficient. It is sufficient to tell us whence they came and how they came and of their religion and accomplishments. The keys to these writings come from the motherland, and they consist of heteric alphabets and a system of symbols and picture writing. The pictures from an alphabet of words instead of letters, and they are easy to read with the aid of the keys and a knowledge of the language in which they were written. Following are the few of the most prominent of the ancient civilizations in North America. Oregon. In Oregon, at a place called Fossil Lake, the remains of a very ancient civilization has been unearthed. Fossil Lake is the dried out bed of what was once an ancient sheet of water. From the remains of the prehistoric animals found there, it has been provided that the lake existed in the Mesozoic age. Fossil Lake stands in the midst of the Great Oregon Desert, once a fertile plain but made waterless by the risings of the mountains and the diverted of surface water. Around the dried up bed of the lake, the fossils of ancient animals have been discovered in the lower strata. The bones of dinosaurs and other Mesozoic animals have been found in the upper, the bones of mastodons and other mammals. Let me take a little break real quick because that was a mouthful. Hold on, y'all. Oh man, it is. So let's see, man. Thanks for bringing the heat each week. Peace and love. Hey, I thank you, Tiff. Appreciate that. Greetings to the host. What's happening, Power Jen? Past that, you feel me? What up, people? Cheers. Y'all already know what's up. Cheers. Excuse me. So far, they linking dots. Ancient mammals, check. Ancient fossils, check. The lotus flower, check. America is the old world, check. Hold on. So, a lot of these places, a lot of these desert places thank you. A lot of these desert places were once fertile a long time ago. We already know that. Egypt. Egypt is, look, a lot of these land masses is nothing but islands. That's why when you can go to Africa and Egypt, you see palm trees. This is why when you go to Florida, you see palm trees. Anywhere you see palm trees, it's like an island or tropical weather and stuff like that, because palm trees only grow in tropical weather. So just like how there was an ice age that, you know, froze a lot of parts of land masses and continents, there was also a part of heat. See, nothing's new under the sun. Y'all see this sun getting real violent, getting real hot. See, these low vibrating entities and mutants, this is not their first time being on this earth, and it ain't gonna be their last time on earth. But the thing is that the reason they keep coming here is because now we're about to go universal laws. Karmic law says that if you do not learn your lesson, you keep repeating. So to them, they're not learning their lesson of living in harmony with everything in the universe and everything, because I mean, technically they're not built to live in harmony, but that's one of their greatest challenges and greatest tasks, is to learn how to live in harmony with everything. And they keep failing, they keep failing. So, they die out, and then thousands of years they come back, and then they die out again, and thousands of years they come back. It's a, reincarnation. So the sun getting real hot, real violent, gamma rays coming. It's going to dry out a lot of land masses again, and a lot of places are going to start turning to desert. A lot of places are going to start flooding, and some more stuff going on. A lot of catalysts and catastrophes and stuff like that finna start happening. Not this year, next year, 5 years down the line, but I'm gonna say about 20 years from now. About 20 years from now. Check that shit out. But we're gonna focus on now in the present though. But just keep that in your head. About 20 years from now, a lot of these places gonna be dried up, and a lot of places that was once dried up will be back fertile, and it's just gonna be a fair equivalent exchange. Remember we talked about that? Yeah, it's going to be a fair equivalent exchange. The earth and karma and everything's just trying to balance itself out. That's all. So, melanated people, just go with the flow because you energy. So, let me flip this page real quick. We have the original human landmass of the North Universal Creator. They have to die or repent, most definitely. Good evening. How you doing, Nicole? Or not Nicole, Shameka Coleman? What's happening, Coleman? Sorry if I butchered your name. So now, the lost continent of Mu. Let's go right here. Then we already talked about Oregon. Another ancient civilization was in Nevada. Some of the most valuable data relating to ancient man in North America have been uncovered through the works of archaeologists in this state. Hundreds, yes, thousands of records have been found on the rocks and cliffs of our western states, including symbols and heteric letters and vignettes. I know I butchered it. I have selected a few from Nevada as much as I can give in this curtail work. Symbols. A. This is one of the symbols of Mu, the empire of the sun in mid-heaven surrounded with rays. Oh, bruh, hold on, bruh. Mu, 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 Mu. Mu, one of the symbols of Mu, the empire of the sun. Mu, Lemuria, the sun, the empire of the sun. Lemuria, the sun. Who are the children of the sun? Are we children of the sun? This is the empire of the sun. Before the Mayans, before the Egyptians and their sun, before the Mayans and their sun, before Atlantis, Lemuria and Atlantis was at the same time. But before all these people, Lemuria is where the sun and everything started from. You feel me? And then you got Atlantis. Both of these are the same people. Don't get it twisted. Pangea. Both of these are the same people, same family, same tribe, same branches and everything. So they had the sun. The Mayans had the sun. The Incas had the sun. Atlantis had the sun. Egyptians over there in Africa had the sun. The ancient Egyptians over here in North America had the sun. The plum serpent down there in South America had the sun. Lemuria had serpent worship. Plum serpent, South America, serpent worship. North America, serpent worship. Africa, Egyptian, serpent worship. Irish, Ireland, serpent worship. Germany, serpent worship. Melanated beings, antediluvians, copper color races, aboriginals, serpent worship. Serpent means wisdom. Decolonize your mind, man. White folks told you that the serpent was evil. I'm going to go ahead and put that all the way out there. If you don't like what I said, oh well, cool. But it's true. White folks told you that the serpent was bad. That's why you think that the serpent is bad. That's why. You got to decolonize your mind. Your homeboy or your friend that snaked you didn't really snake you because snake is a symbol of wisdom. Friend, the etymology of the word friend means enemy. So the day that you said that that's your friend, that was the day that you just gained the enemy. That's why they said, you know what I'm saying? When you gain a friend, you also gain the enemy. The day that you made a person your friend, that's the day that you made them your enemy, because words are spells and whole vibrations, and friend always means enemy. This is why the people that turn on you always be the people that's closest to you. This is why the people that always get you in the end always be your homeboys. See, betrayal and heartbreak, and we're gonna get back to this. This is the first rant of the live. So betrayal and heartbreak and shit like that, that don't never come from people you don't know. You don't have no emotional attachment to strangers or people you don't know. So it don't hurt when they cross you. You just get mad and you get pissed off. But that betrayal and shit, that always come from people that's the closest to you. So that's why you gotta that's why you got to keep your friends close and your enemies closer, because your friends and your enemies sometimes be the same people. It's a thin line between love and hate. Ooh, drop these gems. I'll be right back. Right. So that's why how I'm working on changing the way I talk is that I don't call people friends. I don't have friends. I say that for a reason. I don't have friends because friend mean enemy. I don't have friends. I have associates, and once I get to know you on the level where I can give you unconditional love, then you become family. And the etymology of family is familiar, or la familia. That just means you familiar. So that means that your family that you born in, they're just familiar. So, and that's how it is. But I try to stay away from that friend shit, man, because that frequency always attracts enemies. I'm trying to tell you, when you look back at your life and count how many friends done turned on you, you'll be like, damn. And then the friends that still ride with you, you call them your family. Oh, that's my cousin. Oh, that's my brother. That's my sis. That's my cousin. You start calling them family. Cold game, ain't it? So, but let's get back to it real quick though. Let me catch up in the comments real quick. Shout out for that gift. Thank you for the gifts. Y'all be sending in the likes. Said my father has this ancient book stating America is older than Africa in the Cheyenne Forest. It's true. Well, see, I don't really, that book is deep. It's deep because America is the old world. But I don't really like to try to get hung up on what's old and what's older and what's the oldest, because when you think about Pangea, all the islands was together. All the land masses was together. But to their date of discovery, America's the oldest. Then comes America's the oldest. Then come Africa. See, it's just like, actually, the bloodlines tell you who's the oldest and who's the youngest. Sham is the oldest son. I don't gotta dodge. It's some pseudo stuff going around who say that Sham's the youngest and all that. Dodge that shit. Sham is the oldest. He was with Noah before the flood and everything. He was a little boy at that time. You know what I'm saying? So Sham's the oldest. Ham is the second oldest, which is your Africans and stuff like that. Then you got Japhet, which is the youngest. You did, and then the others. You got the others. But the thing about it though is that looking at the oldest tribe, you won't tell that we the oldest because we got the best gene. We got the best genes, of course. The firstborn get all the good genes, and everybody else get the leftovers. Technically, I ain't trying to sound messed up, but Sham is the oldest, and Sham is America. Sham is America. You're gonna get some Moors and Canaanites and be like, no, this is Canaan, but you gotta realize that Moors and Israelites are the same people. So even when that's why you can find in some stories that when Shem had a lot, Ham hid with Shem in his lot. And what are you hiding from? The other siblings who don't like you, who's trying to get you. And then when Ham had the lot, Shem was okay to hide inside the tents in Ham. And this is why I say that when you see one, you always see the other in history. When you see Sephardic Jews, you're going to see the Moors. When you see the Moors, you're going to see the Sephardic Jews. And when you see both of them, you're going to see American Indians, because all three of these folks are the same people. Shout out to Lemuria and Atlantis and Gondwana, the Plum Circuit, the Plum Serpent, the Turtle Island, shout out to Africa and all that type of stuff. All those lands together create the motherland. They just split it up because in order to create division amongst humanity, you gotta create division in history. But we putting shit together because we coming back together. That's the part of unity. You know, gotta unite the history to unite the people. But disclaimer though, not all skin folk your kin folk. So we gonna keep going though. You know, gotta discern. You said, where is this text from that you got in the background? It's from what book we in? It's from The Lost Continent of Mu. It's at the top. It's right here. The Lost Continent of Mu. Excuse me. The Judas kiss of betrayal, most definitely. What's happening, fam? Cameron? What's the etymology of associate, bro? I can't tell you that off the top of my head. By a dog, the best you could do. You commit. Who is this? PK the ruler. You asked me if I'm Kemet? Bruh, I'm beyond that shit, man. I'm melanated, dog. What you talking about? I'm a part of the universe. I am what I am. I am everywhere. I am everything. You can't put a title or a label on me. Can't put a title or label on me because my genes existed before any title or any label. So now I'm not commit. Nah, I'm not an Israelite. Nah, I'm not Muslim, nothing, bro. I am what I am. Everything that I do, from this scarf to how I pray and how I meditate and how I do everything, that came from the ancestors. And there wasn't no label on it. It was just spirituality. You just one with the universe. You one with the creator. The creator didn't put us down here. It's like, you're commit. Nah, man, he told us to come down here, create a utopia, be fruitful and multiply, worship, keep the laws, keep the commandments, and do everything like that. Humanity start throwing titles on stuff. You can't put me in a box, man. You just keep it going. I'm melanated. One is all is one. Said, who is Shem? Shem is one of the children of Noah. You know, the chosen, pretty much. Yeah, we the best at sports, adventures, and etc. Yeah, we gonna get to it. What about the Antarctica? Do you think that there's other continents past Antarctica? Yeah, there's there's most definitely other continents and land masses beyond Antarctica. Amor Bird already said that. Amor Bird already made that notion. He said when you get past the ice wall, it start getting tropical all over again. So that means they didn't already cross that way. And in one map, see, this is one thing too that I don't really believe that these land masses sunk or none of this, because if you on one of those maps that got one of those flat earth maps or whatever, and you got the rings and you got the continents on outside of it, one of the continents is actually Mu. So my thing is, when it broke off, it just drifted. It just drifted beyond Atlantic, the Antarctic. It just drifted, and then it's where it's at right now. See, I like when they say that these places be sinking and sunk like that, man. Hell no. But for real, whenever you get time, or if you want to, you can hop off Google. You can hop off here and Google the images. You gotta really dig for this thing, though. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could have took a screenshot, but as soon as I screenshot it, some mysterious way my phone cut off. But shit was crazy. So, but you gotta dig for it though. It's one of these flat Earth things, and it got rings on it, and it got land masses on the outside, and then one of those land masses literally says "Mu" on it. So when I seen that, I was like, that thing just drifted. when it broke apart. And all these other land masses that's outside Antarctica, it was here. They just broke off and just drifted past the walls or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because within the ice walls, there's little openings between one. Like you'll get the one opening, then it'll circle around, then you got another opening, then it'll circle around, then you got another opening and stuff like that. So those land masses probably just kept rotating real quick till it hit the opening, then boom, kept going, then it went through, boom, and then, man, these folks ain't slick, man, for real. He got Sherlock Homeboy on the trail, man. These folks ain't slick. So yeah, I most definitely believe that there's other continents past Antarctica. And that's the thing that they scared of too, because that ice wall melting. So if there's melanated people on all these islands and all these ancient folks and stuff like that, and I already told you that well, you probably knew here, but I already told people extraterrestrial. When you break down the word extraterrestrial, see, they got everybody looking up in the sky for aliens and shit like that when you in a dome. But you looking up, and the only thing that can come through that dome is celestial beings and stuff like that. But you looking up, looking for aliens. But extraterrestrial, when you break it down, extra means extravagant, or it means an abundant or a great amount, a number of. Terrestrial means an inhabitant of Earth. So when you put an extravagant abundance number of with terrestrial inhabitants of Earth, extraterrestrial, and then you start thinking the ice wall melting is more melanated people on these islands and they about to start coming. So when they say that there's about to be an alien invasion, ooh, man, don't look up. You can look out, because it's going to be more people. It's going to be more melanated people coming over here, and it's going to be, hey, man, we ain't trying to get that live chopped down real quick. We ain't trying to get the live chopped down real quick. But extraterrestrial, man, it is nothing like what they telling y'all. Start looking up. If anything, look into the water. If anything, look down into the water and look out into the planes of existence, because only thing coming from up there is waters above. You know what I'm saying? But we catch up in these comments and we're gonna keep going real quick. I'm listening to this TikTok tweaking hard right now. Man, it does that sometimes. It does that sometimes. So, you know, everybody that's in here, if y'all haven't been smashing the screen, smash the screen, get these likes up, get the algorithm up, share the live so everybody can tap in. And if you haven't hit that follow button, please hit that follow button. It'll be most gracious. And yes, go ahead and keep going with these. Hold on, let me catch up in these comments, because I see a lot of first timers in here. Okay, hold on. Let me catch up on them real quick. Am I the only one that's concerned about how do they broke the peace treaty with us? It ain't nothing really to be concerned about. It ain't shit to break your promise. It ain't nothing to be concerned about. It ain't shit to break your promise. Niggas break promises every day. That's all a treaty is a promise. That's all it is a promise on paper. It ain't shit to break that. Because you gotta think, man, just because people write shit down on a piece of paper, that don't mean it's law. That shit don't mean it's law. We got tricked into believing that anything that go down on paper is law. That shit don't mean nothing to these people. These people break their own laws daily because they know that piece of paper don't mean shit. It don't mean shit, man. Come on. People break their promises and break their word every day. And these folks is good at that. That's what they do. So it ain't really nothing to be concerned about them breaking a treaty. I mean, come on, man. These folks don't like us. That's like, man, I'm more concerned about our people finally uniting and standing the fuck up and breaking out of this illusion of a matrix that people really think that you standing up and getting down and taking what's yours back is bad, wrong, and evil. Like, everybody just want to turn the other cheek. Like, bruh, like, hey, it's going to come to a time. It's going to come to a time when everybody did the spiritual work and everybody done got the enlightenment, and the only thing left is the physicalness, because the physical is a reflection of the spiritual, and the spiritual is a reflection of The physical, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know why people think that they can just sit down and meditate their way into a peaceful world when you got low vibrating entities that thrive off violence. That's like a bully coming to take your money, and you sit down cross-legged and start meditating in front of this, bro. At a point in time, our ancestors was not that damn peaceful, man. Come on, like, we are children of the Most High. What the Most High said, I do not create good and I do not create evil. You feel me? So that means, bruh, I can be cool with you on some peaceful serenity shit, but if you come fucking with me, I can get down with you too now. You feel me? Because there's duality and there's balance to me. Whatever happens depend on you. And that's what it is. And I don't know about y'all, but if you willing to fight and kill a nigga over $100 in the street, these folks stole billions from you. What's stopping you? If you willing to kill a nigga for breaking into your house, these folks broke on your land and stole that shit. What's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll kill over the petty shit, but the big shit, you turn your cheek. I'm like, hell no. Turn your cheek to that petty shit and look at this big shit that's going on. These people are a backwards entity, and they turned us backwards as fuck. This is why we're suffering, going through stress and all this, because we're not going with the flow of nature in the universe and stuff like that. We're not going with the flow. We actually, by you turning the other cheek, that means you saying fuck your self-preservation, and self-preservation is law of the universe. That means that you have every right to protect yourself. You feel me? You had every right to protect yourself. Nothing on this piece of paper that's fabricated, that's being produced by a fabricated matrix system, that's being produced by a fabricated government from people who ain't nobody say that your word was law in the beginning. How do you fall for that? These people word ain't law, man. These people word ain't law. Who told you that? Who gave these people the power of authority over you besides you? You better wake up. You better wake up. Over a billion people decide to wake up and flip shit over. Where are they gonna lock your ass up at? They ain't even got enough. Let's keep going. Let's keep going, man. My energy is high right now. I don't know what's going on. But the sun, though. This is the symbol for the rising, and was so used by all ancient people. The sun was used by all ancient people. Y'all still think ancient people don't exist? Look in the mirror, boy. You are old as fuck. You are in a new body. Yeah, just like you just got a new whip. But you still the same person driving that bitch. You old as shit. You are ancient, dog. Sis, you're ancient. They didn't kill nobody. How you gonna kill an immortal soul that's just gonna keep coming back? Once you tap into your Oshkosh records and you remember who you are, thousands and thousands and thousands of years and hundreds of reincarnations. Come on, man. You old. And I'm going to tell you a little secret about a lot of these stories. When people be like, how did a lot of these people back in biblical days live to be that long? See, back in those days, if a father was to name his son after him, them years keep going. So if his father, let's just throw Caesar out there. If Caesar reigned and lived for like 100 years, let's just say 100 years, and he named his son, his firstborn, his son, Caesar, and he reigned for 100 years, your history books is gonna say Caesar reigned for 200 years. And they got people thinking, God damn, all this shit. No, dynasties, bloodline, it's all the same. The sins of the father fall on the son. You feel me? Hey man, it gets deep, but we are ancient people. Your ancestors did not disappear. Your blood, your DNA is them. Think about it. If it take your mama and daddy coming together to create you, and you got both of your mama and daddy genes and DNA, and they got their daddy DNA and genes, and they and so on and so forth, and all the way to the beginning of time, you are literally the continuation of these ancient lineages and bloodlines. You're still here. You're still here. You're just written out of history, but you're still here making history. You're still here making history. But you know, ancient people. For the rising of the sun, it was used by all ancient people. This is the symbol of the sun, and it is murdering commonly used by all ancient people. This is the sun shown as gone down beyond the horizon set. Usually it is depicted as a plain circle without rays. In this case, it is a black disc. It is a black disc. It is a black disc. Shout out to the black sun. Y'all go do y'all research on that one. Which says it is referring to something that has forever passed away from the sun's rays. This symbolizes Mu forever in darkness. This symbolizes Mu forever in darkness. Mu's name is given by her numeral 3 placed on the top of the black disc. This is a vignette saying that Mu lies across the ocean in the direction of the setting sun. The serpent is Kong, symbolic of the ocean. The great waters, the semicircle above the serpent is a picture of the western horizon. Here again, Mu's name is given by her symbolic numeral 3. She is shown by 3 feathers on the horizon. And just drop down real quick before I flip it. This is the bud of a lotus, the royal sacred flower of the motherland. The single-headed abdorm serpent, the symbol of the waters among all ancient people. So the serpent means wisdom, but it also means the symbol of waters among ancient people. Water, it makes sense. The serpent holds wisdom. Water most definitely holds knowledge. Water is infinite. Water holds all the DNA. Water has Akashic records in it too. And when you get pure water, which is pretty much hard to find nowadays, and it's illegal to collect rainwater for a reason. Y'all check into that, because that's one of the purest forms of water, because it's coming from the heavens. But anyways, that holds DNA too. The serpent, water. A lot of serpents love water, wisdom. The snake is one of a few reptiles whose pineal gland is already open from birth. Melanated people, pineal glands is open since birth. The Nomos, the Nagas, your body is 80% water. I'm just throwing some stuff out here to jog y'all memories, you know what I'm saying? Or your mental, because your mind is the strongest muscle. Your brain is one of the strongest muscles in your body. And if you don't use a muscle, you lose that muscle. So if you don't use your brain, you will lose your damn mind. And welcome to 2022, because a lot of people are losing their damn mind. Because the lack of knowledge, my people shall perish. Let me catch up. Oh, got 91 messages. Hold on, y'all. Let me catch up in the comments. Real quick. Hold on. He said, ignorance is not bliss. Nah, ignorance is most definitely not bliss. Ignorance is the most expensive thing on this earth, because you'll pay with your life. And what cop is going to enforce that law? Most definitely. You see, I'm a Scorpio water. Yeah, the ice wall looks like the head of a snake on some maps I have seen. Yeah, I kind of peeked that out a little bit too. You say it's illegal to collect rainwater? Yup, it's most definitely illegal to collect rainwater. If they see you, you pretty much will go to jail. Funny how Christianity immediately vandalizes villainized serpents off the jump. I'm trying to tell you. Now here, hold on. Mm. Some don't want me to talk or something. Hold on, y'all. Ooh. Had to get some of this water real quick. Let me catch back up in the comments. My bad, y'all. You see, man, they most definitely villainized the serpent. And I'm gonna tweak a little brains real quick. But and you know they in Christianity they villainize the serpent real quick. But from all of our research, who's been on here now, all the people who've been rocking with me for a long time, from all of our research, the serpent was the good guy. So if the serpent is the good guy and the serpent is Enlil in the story and Enlil is in turn Thoth, they flip the gods on us. They have to, when you flip one part of a story, when you tell a lie, you have to continue with the lie. So if we know that they flipping stories in these books in scriptures and stuff like that, why not continue flipping? What's a better joke? Yes, flip the gods, because the low vibrational God wanted to be worshipped. In order to do so, he has to take the place of the main God. So I want Inky and Lil are twins, and all through history, there's something with these twins all through history, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Inky and Lil, you got Cain and Abel, you got Jacob and Esau, you got Yahshua and Thomas. You know, and the shit keep going on. Man, look. I'm working on that. Hey, like I said, I'm working on that theory about them flipping the guys and everything. I mean, we already read a book how this certain group of people that I'm still trying to find, but this certain group of people had combined Enki and Elil into one God and called him Yahweh. We already established that, read the books and the records and everything on that. Now I'm trying to find the shit before then, because there have to be something before then to make you want to do that. I'm trying to find it, man, and it's like digging for diamonds in Africa, man. This shit hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. But we gonna get it, man. I'm telling you, they switched the guys on us, bro. And my intuition, my third eye is telling me that. This is why they want to villainize the serpent so bad. They want to keep you away. Everything, right? What I'm figuring out is everything they tell you to stay away from, go to that motherfucker, because they telling you that for a reason. Now don't be going to any old thing, but I'm just saying, like, majority of the shit. put that down. I gotta light back up on that one. Gotta light back up on that one real quick, y'all. Hold on. It said my other name is Sundog Jones. Sundog is an illusion of the three suns on the horizon. That's dope. Can you start saving these to your page? You're talking the lives. I can start saving the lives on my page. If you go to my YouTube channel, Sounds for the Conscious Mind, I upload all the lives there. So, you know, if you want to go there and screenshot them or screen record, you probably not gonna be able to screen record on here. They be muting the sounds and shit. But if you go to YouTube, if you want to screen record the videos, hey, go ahead, do your thing. You feel me? You have my permission for that. Just don't be out here recording videos and going crazy with them, you know what I'm saying? But make sure it's like real legit. Moo lies in the deep west beyond the ice walls. There you go. You peeped that out too? Yeah. I have many names though. I have only one now in this life, most definitely. That and came back twice, most definitely. Yup, 111. Yup, here we go. We are our ancestors, literally. Said, correct me if I'm wrong, but then Moses' staff turned into a snake. There you go. It's hidden in plain sight. There might be another little video I do. My hidden in plain sight sagas I got running. Hidden in plain sight. Serpent, Moses. You feel me? Staff turned into a serpent. You know, and it was all alchemy. And, you know, I mean, we all done grew up in church and we done watched those little Bible movies and stuff like that with all that. You know, that's how we knew he turned to the... All that what him and the Pharaoh was doing against each other was alchemy. That's all it was. It was alchemy. Except Moses was tapping in with the universe with his alchemy, and the Pharaoh was doing some old mumbo jumbo bullshit with his little alchemy. You know, his alchemy wasn't pure, but Moses was tapped in with the divine, the creator. That's why he was getting all his messages and downloads. He was able to really turn inanimate objects into life and woo. It's it's deep. It get deep. Once you really, your third eye really start to tweaking, it get real deep after that. What's said indeed is true. I'm glad you could tap in. I've been told when I rap, I shape shift. They see my who's, and they say, "Whoa, that's deep." I think Moses is a play on osmosis. Think about it. That's most definitely because osmosis deal with changing and all that too. Mm-hmm. All right, keep going real quick. So, what is it? Okay, let's flip the page. Flipping the page. And these are all the symbols that they was talking about that they found in Nevada. Remember that they talking about the old ancient civilization, talking about before any Indians. We talking about Mu, consonant Mu, the peoples, the antediluvians, the Atlanteans, all, copper color races, and all we talking about that. So in Nevada, this is what they talking about. They found, they got the different suns. Then you got the black sun that they talked about. Then because you got the serpent, you got the other serpent, the cross. You feel me? Shout out to the Chaldeans. It's just a bunch of serpents and stuff like that. I'm gonna slide to the side, just in case you wanna, screenshot it or whatever. You feel me? And it says symbols found among cliff dwellers' writings. You got the water up there. You got another cross. Got another cross right here. So you got two crosses. Little do people know, the cross was ours. They hijacked it. And for those who was here when I talked about the your Chaldeans, y'all remember when we talked about the cross and everything and how they hijacked it? Because the Chaldeans, which was the children of Shem, who began the cross and the serpent worshippers and everything, the Druids, they took the cross over there to Rome, and they was thinking that they was going to Rome for peace and a treaty, and they was coming to bear gifts, and you know how you do when you making peace. So that's what they thought they was doing. But just like Romans and Anglo-Saxons, they turned on them, stole the artifacts, stole the history, enslaved or killed the people, kept the women, reproduced with the women, so the children are now part of the bloodline. Slightly. But it don't count with the universe because of the way they did it. It wasn't pure of nature ways and of love. They did it with violent tendencies and corrupt and deceitful ways. So that cancels out their lineage to our bloodline, period. So, that's why the sun is still getting violent. I'm just being real. So J is the node of the sun, and K is the sun. L is water. Aquarius, aqua. Ooh, there you go, Tigers. I like how you did that. Yeah. Most definitely. Story as old as Earth itself, man. Look, that hard to believe. They be cuffing everything. They most definitely be cuffing everything like lighters. What's the name of the book? The book is The Lost Continent of Mu. I'm sorry, bro. I had to get him out of here. That's weird. Let me flip the page. All right. So now we're going to go here real quick. I ain't got that many slides on here. I just want to go here real quick just to get your minds jogging on who Queen Mu is. And after this, we're going to go to the CIA declassified documents I got. Uh-oh. Back at it again with the documents. I told y'all, look, man, we gonna go through all 1,000 of these. We gonna go through all 1,000 documents. If don't nobody go, we gonna go through it. So every now and then on the live, I'm gonna bring a new document and we gonna thumb through it. Cause what's the point of them releasing it if we ain't gonna talk about it? We gonna talk about it on this live. But let's talk about Queen Mu real quick in the Egyptian Sphinx by Augustus La Plagion, the MD. Sacred mysteries among the Mayans. Sacred mysteries among the Mayans and the Quiche. Queen Mu from Lemuria. Queen Mu from the Lemuria. The Empire of the Sun. The Sun. In one of these books, I think if we got time, I'm going to pull it up. But also in ancient times, the sun was Helios, and Helios is Lucifer, the light bringer or the light bearer, the sun. Told y'all they flipped everything on you. How is bringing light, which is information and enlightenment, evil? Think about it. Think about it real quick before we flip this. Think about this. I'm telling y'all, bro. I'm going to connect these dots. I'm telling y'all, they flipped the guys on us too. Because all this shit began with us, bro. They flipped our guys on us and got us going in chaos. So check this out. Look. Think about it. Think about it. The serpent means wisdom. Lucifer means light bearer or light bringer, which means he's bringing light, or enlightenment means wisdom. Thoth was bringing wisdom. Hermes, wisdom. The serpent Enlil in the garden told Eve to eat from the tree of knowledge to gain some wisdom so you can wake up out the matrix, so you can see that that ain't who you think that is. You feel me? Now, if I'm the bad guy and you just told my plan, I'm like, ah, you a snake ass nigga, man. Come on, man. You gotta, it's always two sides of a story, man. We just been reading from one. You gotta peep game. Gotta peep game, man. Gotta peep game. And I only said that because my next video I'm gonna upload is another hidden in plain sight. We gonna talk about the Lucifer TV show. So I advise everybody, if y'all haven't checked it out, go ahead and binge watch that. Y'all know I'm against binge watching, but that's binge watch worthy. I'm talking about gems like a diamond mine in that thing, and we're gonna talk about that from beginning to end. But anyways, Queen Mu and the Egyptian Sphinx. First, you gotta begin with the picture real quick so you can get the idea. My man locks is flowing. Look at his locks. Look at his locks. His locks is flowing. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Shout out to the ancestors. Y'all hair still thrives. America Gods exposed this too, especially at the end of the season. I gotta check it out. Everybody keep telling me. That's facts too. What's happening, Brown Sugar? We doing good. Luxurious. Here's another one. Black hair equals golden ratio. Alchemy. There you go. Yeah, we do. That perfect swirl, that perfect curl that they talking about. Ooh. Ooh, that thing is amazing. So, shout out to Queen Mu. Sisters. Look, man, we've been talking about dudes, sisters. Shout out to Queen Mu. Y'all come from royalty. So, let's get into it. Between the two American Mediterraneans, the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean Sea, the American Mediterranean, the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean Sea, represented in the Maya writings by a sign similar to our numerical 8, the infinite sign. In his history of the Yucatan informs us that up to AD 1517, when the Spaniards for the first time invaded that country, the land of the Mayas was still designated as the Great Serpent and the Tree. Tree of life, tree of knowledge, tree, America's the real old world. Mexico never looked like that a long time ago. Y'all do realize that. You see, when we talk about how the world became deserts and stuff like that, think about it. Mexico, look, man, America is a tropical island. Shout out to the Turtle Island and the Plum Serpent. We are a tropical island. Something had to happen to have a desert on a tropical island. It was cataclysmic. You feel me? So when they it was still designated as the great serpent, the plum serpent, you feel me? And the tree, aka tree of life, tree of knowledge. The Maya colonists, therefore called their new settlement on the banks of the Nile, the land of the serpent, and also the land of the tree. The Egyptian hieroglyph represent their country as a serpent. Inflated breast standing on a figure 8, which is, it's cut off on my, hold on, which is a sleeve called Mayab in Maya, sometimes as also a serpent with inflated breasts and wings, wearing a headdress identical with that worn by some of the magnets pictured in the ones above these right here. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. It's cut off on my end. Hold on, let's see. And then they likewise symbolize Egypt as a tree, believed to be the sacred to the goddess Hathor. Those fruits in the scripture resemble a human heart, which vividly recalls on the Mayas, the bears, the alligators, pears, you feel me? So abundant in tropical America. We are a tropical landmass. That's why Florida got palm trees and shit. So, and California got palm trees, and we're tropical. Y'all know I gotta say it one more time. I ain't said it in a long time. You hate it when it's too hot, and you hate it when it's too cold. We are tropical beings. Pan-Africans who say they African, I would love to see y'all in Egypt trying to live in that heat. You will be bringing your ass back home because your soul and DNA knows. Come on, man. Alright, so you will be bringing your ass back home because your DNA say that you are from here. Your body temperature say you're from here. You are a tropical being. If you're not from North America, you are from South America at the roots. And if you're not from South America at the roots, you are from the West Indies at the roots. So with that being said, tropical beings. Now, where I'm at now. So now, if they be then let, hold on, no. They're just basically saying that we tropical being, everything I just said. Let me flip this page real quick one time. Boom, here we go. So now, in combining this inference with the clear, unanswerable indications, we have already pointed out that the feathers of ancient Egypt's first journey yard tethered across the Isthmus of Suez, and that they brought with them the worship of the setting sun. How is it possible to resist the conclusion that they came tethered from the plains of Babel and that the civilization of Egypt was derived from the banks of the Euphrates? This so far is or seemed to be perfectly true. But who were the immigrants? Immigrants with the E, the land masses are together. So now, Osborne does not tell us what country did they come from when they reached the banks of the Euphrates and brought their civilization. See, people got to think about before time. See, they always start the story with Egyptians and all that stuff with Euphrates. But what happened before then, bro? Like come on, man. They always want to leave that part out. But we here though, so when they reached the banks of the Euphrates and brought their civilization, they did not drop from the unknown heavens. You feel me? So, although they came from Kulan, the country of the gods in the west, the country of the gods in the west, repetition is the father of learning, the country of the gods, little g, ye are gods, in the West, how far west we talking? How far west we talking? We talking like we talking about like West Indies, or we talking about like America? We talking about like the whole western part of the globe? We talking about like Lemuria, Atlantis? Like how west we talking? I'm talking about way west. You feel me? So now the Egyptians themselves claim that their ancestors were strangers who in very remote ages settled on the banks of the Nile. The Egyptians themselves claim that their ancestors were strangers who in very remote ages settled on the banks of the Nile, bringing there with the civilizations of their mother country. This is the motherland. The art of writing and the polished language. We speak with the best of speak. We speak with the best of speech, upright and independent. Truth, freedom, liberty, justice. Come on, man. Our ancestors been talking. What they talking about? Been reading and all that. Yeah, decolonize your mind. That they had come from the direction of the setting sun. They came from the direction of the setting sun. That they were the most ancient of men. How old is your Y chromosome? African Americans, how old is your Y chromosome? That thing is over 300,000 years old. Shout out to Pops. So, this expression regards as mere boasting. See, this is why they get mad when we learn about our history, because when we get our history and we tell our history, it seems like boasting, but this is just it ain't boasting, bro. It's facts. It's just facts. It is, however, easily explained if the Egyptians held Mayak, aka Maya, Maya, the land first emerged from the bottom of the deep as the cradle of their race. This statement that the Egyptians pointed to the West as America, land of the eagle and serpent. Man, look. Man, look. Throw that up there real quick. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second, y'all. Screenshot that if you need me. Let me catch up any comments real quick. See what y'all talking about in here. That's why they cut all black people's hair. It is our power, like Samson. I'm trying to tell you. That's why I had to get my locks back. Boy, like when I had my locks the first time, man, my locks was long because I had hair since I popped out the womb. You feel me? So, man, I don't know why I did it. I guess I wanted to see myself with a low haircut one time, trying to get waves and shit like that. Man, I cut my locks, man. I ain't feel the same ever since, but that was a long 10 years without my locks. And then last year, around this time, I just decided to grow them back. And Everything been on 10 ever since then. You feel me? Golden Flower, 1111. I'm thinking this time to the Olmecs. Oh yeah, the Olmecs, the Mayans, they all the same people. They all the same people. Can't even say the word he uses. Who is this dude? Ah, hmm. Gotta get folks out of here, boy. I ain't blocked nobody in a long time. Uh-huh. Yeah, let me go and get my wine ready. Most definitely isn't Egyptian a Greek term. Gypsies are essential roamers, roaming those without a home host. Yep, there you go. Yep. Egyptians is most definitely a Greek term, but it's not Anglo. So the original Egyptians were still melanated. A lot of these people was melanated a long time ago. So, Egyptians, gypsies, Egyptians, it's the same name. Caesar, his real name was Nero. We already connected dots on Nero. Nero means black people or a black person, like real talk. If you want, you can Google it. Like Nero means black person or black people. So Nero, Caesar, black person or black people, Caesar. So we already know that he's melanated, and everybody of that lineage of the Peso Christ era was melanated, and so that means that those were melanated ancient original Romans that went inside of Egypt and invaded them. You know what I'm saying? Like the Anglo-Saxons love to paint themselves as the victim and the victor and the invader, and they love to paint themselves in all parts of the story, and just like, nah, it don't even work like that. Y'all weren't even around then. So it was like that going on. And then the Egyptians got it on the wall when the first pale person came into play, because Yakub or Thoth, all them was already splicing people in Egypt and Germany and all that type of stuff anyway. So when the Anglos came, then boom, that's when you get the pale Egyptians and a couple of pale hieroglyphics and shit like that in history. The walls don't lie. Yeah, these folks, the Anglo Saxons even took the gypsies' identity. These folks took everybody identity for real, and all these ancient people, shit, we calling ourselves black people today. That shit crazy. That shit so crazy. You gotta laugh it off sometimes. He said. Drop Dead Beauty said, so how did it come about that everyone thinks all the people are from Africa? That goes to Carl Linnaeus and Charles Darwin. When they start saying that all human beings came from monkeys and shit like that, then that's when the out of Africa theory was birthed. You know what I'm saying? But that was the beginning of actually hide. Like they was already hiding information before these folks' time, but around their time era and stuff like that, that's when they start beginning to really hide information, because the further down they dug, the the more melanated the mummies got and the more deeper history got. So that's when they start doing their little hijack and brainwashing for real. Let's do the thing. What's happening, Ariel? See, you're amazing and you have true sadistic values, just like everyone else. Don't you forget it. I appreciate that. Thank you. Anastasia is the gate. Los, have you watched the series titled American Guys? No, hey, look, okay, check this out. I'm off work tomorrow. I took a vacation day. I will most definitely check out American Gods. Everybody been telling me check out American Gods, and it's crazy how y'all saying I'm talking about the same stuff that they was. I ain't never seen that show a day in my life. Like this is just thoughts and stuff from reading, and I'm like, damn, if somebody they keep telling me to watch that, it gotta be something to it. You know what I'm saying? Because Hollywood ain't about to. For one, this I was always interested in it because it was called American God, so my mind was already there with it. Like, y'all ain't slick. I know what y'all doing with that title. I just never got around to watching it though. I was like, man, and everybody keeps sending me that one clip when dude breaking down the gods and everything. I'm like, oh, I gotta check that out. I'm gonna get on it for real. I've been watching American Horror Story lately. That thing got some nice little gems in it. You feel me? Yeah, that's my whole turf. It shows who they are. Yeah, most definitely. That's why they just want to nuke us all. I try to tell you, they try to get rid of everybody. I told you. What have I always been saying on this live, y'all? People who been rocking me for a minute. I said that these folks will blow up Earth before they get that shit back to us. You feel me? We gonna watch this shit play out. I ain't gonna talk about this shit on my platform. We just gonna watch this shit play out, man. Trust me. Those who know. Those who don't, man, y'all gotta tighten up on it because the villain ain't never really the villain like they tell you in history. You feel me? Just go ahead and take that gem that I just said and rock with that one. For real. I'm brushing my waves as we speak. 360 degrees knowledge, man. If you can get waves, get it. I couldn't get waves. I've had my haircut for 10 years and I couldn't get waves for nothing. So I was like, yeah, locks was meant for me. See, you watched the first episode, man. Look. That thing lit though. Man, they canceled it. And for real. Man, that time coming real close. Alright, so just go ahead and flip it real quick. It's transition. Let's transition because I stumbled across this right here and it got my mind wondering. And I done connected some. Okay, so spirituality says that we all have a soul contract when we come here, right? So, first thing first, before we dig into this, peep this out. When you become a rapper or a celebrity and you sell your soul on that contract, you just created a whole new soul contract. And during this research, I learned that you can get your soul contract rewritten if you go to a high priest or priestess or gypsy or such, which a lot of these record labels and all these folks, we know that they're warlocks and riches and shit like that, and a lot of these young folks don't really know that they going to holler at these people, man. They think these folks get rich and shit, but these folks be dabbling in them arts, you know what I'm saying? So when they go and get this record deal, okay, so you take this kid out the hood who he got talent, but his talent might lead him down a different path that he already had a soul contract with doing before he even entered this realm. When the entities come to him to present him with a new soul contract, but they will say a contract, and a lot of them don't read the fine print or read that motherfucker at all. They just go ahead and go straight down to writing that motherfucker. They don't even know that they just created a whole new soul contract that they must abide by now, because even low vibrational entities still have to obey universal laws to an extent. This is why they create loopholes. So this is why they always operate on loopholes, because they still have to obey by universal laws. So now these artists and celebrities and everybody who be doing this stuff, man, they don't even know what they get into. And by the time they figure out that they just did a soul contract, if around about the second or third year of being into the industry and stuff like that, it's when they finally learn what the fuck they did. And now, by universal laws, you must uphold your soul contract. And if you do so breach or break your soul contract, you will create karma. Depending on how bad you break a contract, no matter what contract you signed it with, you did it. Because you have free will. That means you made that choice. Now, to understand that you got free will, that don't mean, oh, I got free will, I can get out here and do what the fuck I want. No, free will just means that you understand whatever choices and possibilities and probabilities that you make from today, tomorrow, can you deal with the consequences that come with it now? Yeah, you got free will, but every decision or every action has a reaction. There's always a consequence for something. That's universal law. So by them doing this, they got to uphold it. And if they was to breach the contract with these labels, they can, you feel me? You did. Like, I'm just being real. So this is why when a lot of them start speaking out of their oath, y'all peep signs of Kanye West, but when a lot of them start speaking out and shit like that, they start tarnishing the image. They start painting them out to be crazy. They get the kids taken for them. We watch this plenty of times out our lives. We see this shit like it's a TV show now. They just need to go ahead and make a whole TV series of this shit called Breaking the Oath. You know what I'm saying? And before they really take you out, they take you out, you know? That's because you breached your soul contract. And you know, not all skin folk is your kinfolk, because a lot of the devils or a lot of the workers of these low entity devils will be people that look like you. You know what I'm saying? Well, man, look. This is why folks like P. Diddy and Birdman and like all these record owners or record labels or moguls and shit like that, this is why they gotta keep bringing in young talent. They gotta keep bringing in young talent. They gotta fit, whether they trash or good, you gotta bring them in. And we all be like, bro, what the fuck? I feel like these niggas give anybody a record deal now. They give everybody a soul contract deal now. Just bring them in, because time is getting close. They need as many souls as they can get. See, this is how you know when time is, I ain't trying to do no fear mongering, I just want to wake you up. But this is how you know when time is getting close. Because the souls, at this point, I don't give a fuck who I get. At first, you know, niggas was picky, bro. You want the best of the best souls, you know what I'm saying? The biggest, the brightest stars, the star seeds. You better watch your back. Star seeds, you know what I'm saying? You did. At this point, shit, we don't even give a fuck, man. Go on, bring them in. Just go on, bring them in. You know what I'm saying? And just, that shit crazy when I dug into this soul contract thing, because, like, when people learn about soul contracts and karma and twin flames and all this type of stuff, it's always on some romantic stuff, but this shit is deeper than just that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, gotta just like dig deep, man. Like, this soul contract shit is like, before you even hit this earth, man, you chose what path you want. You chose how you want to go against that. You chose your family, you chose your friend, you chose your enemies. Ladies, you chose your baby daddies. Fellas, you chose your baby mamas. you chose your wives. You chose everything, because everything is a lesson. And if you don't learn your lesson, you will repeat that motherfucker, man. Like, you gotta wake up to this shit. School of Hard Knocks is real. So, a lot of us have soul contracts as star seeds to be earth angels. I know, man. I know. At this point, a lot of us was like, bro, I'm not coming back to this shit. And I'm gonna be real. When it's time to renew that contract, I'm like, nah, I don't want to renew my contract right now, man. Just hold my shit. You feel me? But a lot of us agreed to come down to be earth angels, and a lot of us chose to come down here and help at this time, because it's time, you know. And it's really time, and we really got to do this for the kid, because the new kids that are being born, these new babies, or these quote unquote pandemic babies that people love to say. These are a fresh batch of star seeds. I'm talking about ancient star seeds. This is why they're so advanced. Peak game at your kids, or peak game at these young. They are so advanced because these are a whole different branch of star seed. These are the star seeds that's going to take over the 5D. Once we get us there, it's our job to get us there, and it's their job to take over and continue with the 5D to take the next generation to the 6 or 7D. And we already gonna be there chilling. You know what I'm saying? But that's the whole point. Let's get into it. Next rant, 30 minutes. So let's read this real quick though. So what were your pre-birth agreements? The original birth plans. Just to reiterate, just in case a lot of us forgot what was the purpose of us coming down here. All of us was in the same line, signing the same contracts. We all was in the same office. These truths, divinely guided. All y'all brown sugar, everybody, y'all all was inside the divine council up there. We all was in line. It was like, Earth. Yeah, bro, Earth. Damn. America, right? Yup. Man, I've been down there 100 times, man. These folks stubborn down there. Niggas behind us scared. What's wrong with Earth? First timer. You know what I'm saying? So just in case we forgot, let's go ahead and reiterate the school of hard knocks. The soul contract, man, like, you get a body. Of course, you get a body. They will come in, with abilities and everything like that. This body will expire, but the way you take care of it is up to you. Our purpose here is evolution, expansion, and never-ending growth. You will be given the best tribe to support your greatest expansion. Shout out to my spiritual tribe on this live, on this channel. We got the best live on TikTok. You feel me? Because we be going in, we be going deep, and don't nobody do it like us. So I love my spiritual tribe. Y'all keep my energy high, and I keep y'all energy high. So it's even reciprocation going on, and we ascending together. You did. So, and then you will have free will to carry out your civil divine assignment. Because a lot of us, we get too attached to the 3D world and we get off course. Stop being led astray. Focus. Name, none of us is better or worse than the next. It is not a competition. See, this is how I know the fake woke people from the real woke people. The fake woke people treat this shit, enlightenment, as a competition. These are the folks that care about the likes and the views, and they care about all the material, the glitz, the glamour, the fame. They want to do all, they want to do all that shit, man. Nah, man, fuck all that. The real woke folks, it ain't no competition. Oh shit, your information fit my information, bro. We need to put this shit together and put this shit out to the public, man, because iron sharpens iron. This not a competition. This is a jigsaw puzzle. Just put this shit together. You feel me? We here for the common cause and the common knowledge of man and humanity. Peace, freedom, justice, and love. You did? Speak with the best of speech and the upright, independent. You did. Got to get that out there again. So beware when y'all on this app and just peep people's demeanors, peep people's knowledge. If they seem like they still regurgitating the same shit, is it seem like they paying attention to all the wrong shit, man? Peep that. And did that. But let's get back into it though. So nobody is better or worse than the next. We are all equal, star seeds. You feel me? You are an alchemist. You are an alchemist with the sacred gift of co-creation. This is why we can invent a lot of stuff. This is why everything we touch, we create something from it. You feel me? We've been doing that. Alchemist. You are an alchemy. You feel me? Capable of the greatest of things and perfect in your imperfections. You are perfect in your imperfections. Your imperfections, your quote unquote weaknesses is actually your strengths. It's peak game. Let me catch up in the comments real quick. Let me see what y'all talking about. I'm gonna go right here. Law of equivalent exchange, most definitely Tigers. See, factuals. So what you telling me is Master P was the only real one. Master P questionable. A lot of them, man, look, a lot of these people can hide good. You feel me? A lot of people can hide good. Master P still had to get a distribution deal. He still had to work the system. He was independent to an extent. He still had to play the game and still had to play ball. But when it got to a point where he couldn't do it his way no more, he had to get out real quick. And you know, a lot of people can pay their way out. You can buy your way up out your soul contract. The law of equivalent exchange. Shout out to Tigers. It's the law of, if you want to buy your way up out your soul contract, you gotta have equivalent exchange. What are you willing to sacrifice to do this? Some people sacrifice family members to do it. That's why we be getting blisters. Because he let people out of their contract. He didn't care if you went out. It can be. Yeah, that's true, though. Two. We all in here. Appreciate that. Thanks for all the likes, all the gifts, all the support, everybody that's in here. We put each other in our contracts, yup. I gotta hit this water real quick. Spring water. Look, man, they might just go ahead and give me a little sponsor deal. I drink spring water all day on this thing, you feel me? So, you know, but my boy raising frequencies, you feel me? I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do, what I signed up to do. I keep trying to wake up people, but they keep calling me. They said I keep trying to wake people up. They calling me crazy. Hey, when it come down to that, you got to use your serenity and you got to use your discernment. Not everybody is meant to wake up in this lifetime. They probably meant to wake up next lifetime. Those are probably fresh new souls who's new to this or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You just got to wake up who you can wake up, because it's 144,000 plus of us out here, and a lot of us are lost in the sauce, and those are the ones that you can spark the brain. They'll wake up, you know what I'm saying? But those who's fighting you and stuff like that, let sleeping giants rest. You feel me? Just let them sleep. Just go on about your business. Just go ahead and just touch who you can touch. You know what I'm saying? Because trust me, when you vibe high and you dropping that real, everybody gonna vibe to you who's meant to vibe to you. Put your mind into your heart center and allow love to guide you, most definitely. Sacred soul contract, you feel me? What's happening, Olivia? Glad you could tap in. Master P also signed with the Charlotte Hornets. Yeah, when you get to that NBA is a brotherhood too. You know, all that stuff is a brotherhood. Any contract you get, contracts. This is what they thrive on. Contracts. You know what I'm saying? So the NBA is another soul contract. You know, NFL, that's a horrible that's a horrible soul contract. I don't even know why people and brothers are still signing up for that shit. Your money ain't even guaranteed in that shit. So shit, I mean, I honestly, on some real shit, at least get something out the deal. Like, yo, it ain't even guaranteed, bro. You gotta go play baseball or some shit, go run track. You a football player, I at least go run track or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But something. I ain't about to, my money ain't even guaranteed. You treat me like a slave. Hell nah, man. And that's a whole different thing. But all them sports is contracts. The music industry is contracts. Of course, Hollywood and all that shit is sold contracts. It's like they always get you at your lowest. They always like, man, it's deep how they do it. We gonna do a whole series and live on the whole Hollywood and industry and that kind. We gonna touch deep onto it because I've been seeing people on YouTube for the past 10 years talk about Illuminati and all that. They don't be talking. They don't get deep. They always regurgitate what somebody else talking about. We gonna be bringing out CIA declassified documents and shit on this stuff. You feel me? So stay tuned very soon to that. Like we gonna do that after my vacation. We ain't doing it in March. I definitely don't plan on signing to any labels. It's good, Skittles. Dope. If you can stay independent and still keep your soul or whatever and your original soul contract, do it. You can go show and get a sponsorship deal from Reggie or us. You crazy Power G, you feel me? Shit. Something. Kanye West said he sold his soul for a happy bill. But a happy meal, at least he got a toy in the box. That say, I mean, shit. Yeah. The propaganda is crazy. Like if people still fall for these people, like, half of these artists ain't even rich for real. It's all a act. Y'all, if y'all ever go watch these people when they inside they cribs, they mansions and shit, that should be empty as fuck. Like for real, that should be empty as fuck. Like they done rented that bitch out. Like you ain't got no family pictures in that mother. You ain't got no damn tables. You ain't got no couches. Y'all always in the kitchen. And then you in the kitchen, ain't nothing in the refrigerator but some water and the counter too damn clean for me. Ain't no forks or no plates inside the sink. Ain't nobody eating around this motherfucker, bro. I ain't seen that one maid or butler walk around that bitch. So who cleaning this shit up? Like, man, when you wake up and you take them damn glasses off, man, you'll start seeing this shit, man. It ain't nothing but a show. Half of that money they be flashing that motherfucker say Hollywood for movie purposes only, man. For real, that shit's crazy how they got everybody into this, man. Redman best MTV Cribs ever. I'm trying to tell you, when Redman did that, it was a wrap. But Kanye was right saying slavery now is a choice. We obey too much. Most definitely. When Kanye said slavery was a choice, everybody lost their heads. But I knew exactly what he was saying. It was a choice. Our ancestors had over 250 revolts for their freedom. Because they made the choice to not. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, shit, people, we willingly. When you get that 9 to 5 and you sign all those documents, yeah, shout out to your soul contract. Shout out to your indentured servitude papers that you just signed. Like, for real. That shit crazy. All right, let's get down. Let's get down to it. Let's get down to it. What are soul contracts for those who are wondering, who those don't know? You know what I'm saying? Real quick, run it down. Soul contracts are agreements that you enter into pre-birth. Before this contract is created, your spirit guides empower you to decide which life lesson scenarios are going to enable your soul to evolve. These choices then formulate the basis of your soul contract. Sound like some computer generated program shit, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna keep it going within this matrix. Karmic contracts. What are they and how to break them? For people who wants to know about karmic contracts, see, there's a soul contract and there's a karmic contract. There are two contracts that you sign before your pre-birth. One of them is a soul contract. The other one is your karmic contract. Those are your enemies, your foes, the haters, the jealous people, the low vibrating entities. I mean, what is it's a matrix, man. It's like the video game. What is a superhero without villains in his story? You know what I'm saying? You gotta have some adversity. That's how you grow. Superman, Clark Kent wouldn't became Superman if he ain't never get his ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? Spider-Man would have never been Spider-Man if he didn't get his ass whooped and go there and got bit by the radioactive thing. Like a lot of superheroes, you gotta get your ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a karmic contract. You gotta have some enemies, some adversaries, you know what I'm saying? Some friends turn foes and all that type of stuff. Karmic contracts. You pick the people who's hating on you too. So shout out to the universe. Crazy. Karma means action. Karma means action. Karma means action. According to the law of karma, for each action, there's a reaction. You feel me? For every action, there's a reaction. To put it simply, if you do something bad, you will have to pay for it. And if you do something positive, you will receive a gift eventually. Karmic contract helps create balance, and you probably have one right now. Of course you do. So, Tigress said, karma is also circumstantial. You choose your battles beforehand, lessons you create for your growth. Most definitely. Yin and Yang, good needs evil. Yup. So we agree to our circumstances before coming here. Pretty much. They made a choice to let us live and hope we make the right choices. Yep. It's all about your soul evolution. Boy, what is that? No, ma'am. No, ma'am, we don't do that. No, ma'am, we don't do that over here. Oh, shit. Shawty came over here with, woo, no, ma'am. that was that was her karma. I had to balance out the live. No, ma'am, we don't do that. Mm-mm. We don't do that. So now, in short, karmic contracts mean living and experiencing what needs to be lived and experienced. Contracts teach you, they create balance, make you better, make you a better person, and even heal you. You feel me? Silently escort them out. You feel me? Uh-uh. It's the karma credits granted. You did. Gotta keep the live balance, man. So now I'm gonna blow this up, but just keep reading real quick. Karmic contracts are entered into a order in clear negative actions. Karma. Trying to avoid all the unpleasant experiences of these contracts often mean missing important lessons and purposes. Trying to avoid all the unpleasant experiences of these contracts often means missing important lessons, missing the point, and purposes. Karmic contracts help us compel ourselves to do something we need to experience in the physical form. Karmic contracts remind us that no matter how resistant and scared we become, we will fulfill our contractual duties sooner or later. Failing to fulfill our contracts means we will keep reincarnating again and again and again, facing the same painful lessons again and again and again. You know, the best example I can use of this is especially nowadays. when people show you they hand and you ignore it, you're gonna keep meeting people that show you the same hand. And until you recognize the hand that they showing you, you're gonna keep getting it. If you keep putting your hand by this pit bull while he eating, he gonna keep biting your ass until you learn the important lesson to move your hand and leave that alone while he's eating. You learn through pain. Sadly, a child won't know that stove is hot until he touch it. Ouch. You touch that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. You learn through pain. You feel me? When your homeboys cross you and snake you and you figure out what it was that hurt you, now you can grow and not fuck with people like that again, because now you know the signs, because you done learned your lesson and shit like that. Like, it's crazy. And it can go with yourself. When you looking at yourself in the mirror and you doing your dark night of the soul and your shadow work, yourself can be a karmic contract. That's where you get self-sabotage at. You yourself could be a karmic contract. You might have to overcome yourself. You feel me? You did. It's crazy. But you got to realize your battles. You got to pick and choose. You got to realize your battles. And you got to know how you're going to handle them. And you got to handle everything with dignity, because you made the choice, because you have free will. You just have to you have to accept the consequences of your actions. Self-accountability. Yeah, I'm teaching y'all how to work through these karmic contracts. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to navigate these things together. Let me see what y'all talking about in here. Got see real quick. He slammed the door like Craig. Jehovah's Witness. You hear me? Oh, man. Man, out here trying to put spells on people for real. I'm feeling some kind of way. He teach me I'm blessed and choose my trials. But you're right, most definitely. So now, I got the banner in my way, so I hope y'all can see it. So I'm going to draw it down one. Some events in our lives may seem terrible and undeserved from a human standpoint, that is. But karma seeks balance, and it is unforgiving and just. Although we can't escape our karmic contracts, there may be some opportunities to fulfill them, either the painful way or the easier way, through healing experiences and lessons. How to break karmic contracts. But first, karmic contracts help clean your karma. Fulfilling your contract clears negative actions. Failing to fulfill your contract restarts it. How to break karmic contracts. Don't neglect your karmic contract, as karma is unforgiving and always seeks balance. You can't break them or just forget about them. But what should you do if you're not sure what your karmic contract asks you to achieve? What choices should you make? Doing good deeds accumulate positive energy and gains you some dharma points. Brownie points. Doing good always feel good, and all this circulation of good energy can eventually help you clear your past. Just be a good person. If you don't know what to do, just be a good person. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like my mom always say, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. So, if you don't know what to do, man, just do good. Just do humans make look, man, humans make this shit so complicated, dog. Me myself not perfect. I make shit complicated too, but you know, we all in this together. We all growing together. But man, like some stuff humans make complicated is like I just hate how they just selfish, man. You see a person on the side of the street hurting bad, and instead of just giving him $1 to make him smile and to give you some points towards karma, you rather question what the fuck he gonna do with that dollar. In 2022, all he can do with that dollar is get a black email. You feel me? So it don't even matter what he gonna do with that dollar. You feel me? Just just do some good. But it gotta be genuine though. You can't do it with the intentions of looking for something to come back. You just have to it has to be genuine. If genuinely in your heart you don't want to give, don't force yourself to give, but the good thing would be to give. But if you're forcing yourself to give, then you're gonna have a selfish intention in return. So it's best to just have a genuine sense of giving, period, or just helping people out, or just be caring, or holding the door open, or just little things, picking up the trash off Mother Earth and putting it in the trash can because somebody done dropped the bubble gum wrapper right there when the trash can is clearly right there. Man, just pick that thing up, put it right there. You know what I'm saying? Boom. You get your little half of good points right there. Just like my video that I posted earlier about the universe. Throughout your life you accumulate good and positive, and so just do good, man. Just do good. Just do good. Just do good. The best way you can. Just do good in this cruel world, for real. And just be ready, because the more good you do, the more temptations of low vibrational entity will start attacking you. So you gotta be on your P's and Q's and keep your crown covered. Let's flip this page. So, to clear your past karma. But of course, you cannot do this quickly. You'll probably need your whole life to achieve it. To fulfill your karmic contract, you need to become thoughtful, become aware of your actions and even your thoughts. This is the first step to fulfill your karmic contracts. Be connected to yourself, analyze your thoughts, and be kind. Self-explanatory. How to overcome karmic contracts. The other way to complete your contracts is to outdo them. Be an overachiever in life. Some say that this is the most effective way because doing good deeds without understanding what you need to learn. Let's flip the page. Or achieve may feel satisfying, but in some cases does not help you actually fulfill your contracts quickly, and it's a long shot in the dark. Karmic unions are relationships where two people are attached to each other even after reincarnating because of the pain that unites them. Karmic unions are relationships with, okay, I just read that. So, karmic unions are relationships where two people are attached to each other even after reincarnating because of the pain that unites them. The reason why they keep meeting each other is that they need to learn their lesson and break free. Imagine that in one of your past lives, you caused so much pain to someone that they committed suicide. Oh, that's deep. That shit got dark real quick. God dang, hold on, bro. Hold on, that shit got deep real. That shit got dark real quick. Hold on, bro. Whoa. Oh shit. I got light up on that one. That shit got dark real quick. Hold on. That is damn. Oh. Mm. This shit got dark real quick, man. Shit. Shit. Oh dang. People try to talk me out of helping less fortunate all the time. I laugh. I do too. Anytime I got a little something, I give it to them for real. Do good and take no shit. That's how you got to be. It's simple fact. Don't do nothing. You can't take it if it happens to you. Facts. Yup, Dharma or karma is balance sheet. Like an account, numbers don't lie. I'm trying to tell you. Damn, put this on too tight. Shit, Ebus has entered the conversation. Okay, let's see. So they got to learn their lessons to break free. Imagine one of you. Okay, yeah, we did that. That shit was deep. The amount of guilt you now have to carry is unmeasurable. Understanding this guilt in your relationship and realizing if you cause the same amount of pain in this life, may the first step to learn your lesson and overcome your contract. The next step is to deserve forgiveness. Show that you learned the lesson. Now, this next little article, what are soul contracts and how do they influence our spiritual journey? You know, the before life, we already know the incubation period. He said, before you take birth, there's a certain incubation period. Imagine, period. You huddle together with your companions for a meeting. These are the people you share your life with today. From a person you talk to for a brief moment in the lift, a beggar on the street, your parents, your ex, to your life partner, and everyone else in between. The purpose of this spiritual roundtable conference is to decide the lessons you will learn in the life to come. These are soul contracts being written for you as you get ready to pursue the next ride to earth. You and your soul tribe together are looking down and out into the future to see what most serve for all concerned. too far. So, of course, you cannot do this alone. To learn the acts of forgiveness, someone must take the responsibility to deeply hurt you, thus providing you the choice to either forgive them or stay resentful. To know how to be independent and strong, someone must ensure they abandon you at your worst hour, thus giving you the opportunity to either stand up for yourself or fall down and succumb to your circumstances. So everyone you meet has signed up to help your soul's evolution. You have signed up to deal with them, even the annoying ones. Yep. By knowing that everything is in hibernating play, you can allow yourself to grow pretty much. So drop down real quick. We already know about the duality and separation in their relationships and all that. This is a temporary phase in the stages of your awakening. Eventually, you will be able to embrace the difference and step back into the oneness to be able to rise like a phoenix and be in touch with your internal flame. That was a mouthful, y'all. Woo. Take a little break real quick. Boy, these soul contracts is trippy. These things trippy, man. Look, everybody that's in your life, like we said, you brought them there. You wanted them there. You went through the experience. The more you accept this, and the more you understand, and the more you believe, and again, acceptance, the less stress you will have. I'm trying to tell you, once I accepted this 10 years ago, bro, I don't be stressed. Everybody used to tell me, bro, for an air, like Zodiac folks, like for Aries, you got amazing patience. And then everybody in my family be like, you got some amazing patience, man. I just be sitting here like, a serenity. What's meant to be will be. And everybody just be like, okay. I'm like, it is what it is, man. You, look, when you understand you created your journey beforehand, and all you doing right now is walking your journey. Everything that happens in your life, every choice that you make, you already made that choice. You already made every kind of possibilities and outcomes and, everything. So all you doing is just living it. So when you doing that, you can walk more by faith than by sight, for real. Are you still signs are for the conscious mind? You still got a peak game, but you can walk more by faith while you peeping this game. You know what I'm saying? And then you start becoming in tune with your intuition. Man, it's deep when you start getting on this little spiritual journey, man, for real. And everything starts connecting, and then you get back to that oneness that they were talking about. You get back to that oneness, which is the universe, the divine source, and everything. But oh, excuse me. I'm thinking about done smoking blacks. They don't even taste the same no more. That's one of my little lessons I need to learn, for real. But man, it's deep. So don't be too hard on people too. And once you understand these soul contracts and everything, it'll help you forgive people a lot more too. Because yeah, people had a hand in crossing you or making you happy or whatever the case may be with your karmic contract or your soul contract. It was your choice to even interact with them people in the first place. So you have to start there. It's all duality. It's all a scale. Every action has a reaction. Nothing happens for nothing. You know what I'm saying? It takes two. It always takes two. So, and shit is real, man. It's deep. Soul contracts. Dig into it. Let me see if it'll let me pull this up real quick. I did a video on this. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. I just want to talk about this real quick because it's pretty dope. I don't know how I came across this. I typed it in Google one time. Like I don't know, man. When my mind get to wondering, I just type shit in and see what the fuck pop up. Cause I gotta tell people, man, Google is a search engine, man. You better search that motherfucker for real. You'll be surprised what you find on there. But I don't know. I was just chilling one day and I was like, what is a parallel soul? I don't even know how that even got in my head, parallel soul. I don't know where that even came from. But I typed it in. And ironically, it's a lot of stuff on it. But I just clicked something quick because they all pretty much say the same thing. But are you living parallel lives right now? Everybody got a doppelganger. And there's multi-universes. And check this out about your soul. It may seem like something out of a sci-fi. It may seem like something out of a sci-fi movie, but living a parallel life may not be as far-fetched as you first imagined. Of course, it also depends on how you define the meaning of life. We already know that one. Check this out. Check this out. So, why are we living parallel lives? First, the higher self. When a soul is ready to enter a body, only parts of it reincarnates. When a soul is ready to enter a body, only parts of it reincarnates. The rest of your soul energy is left up in other realms and dimensions to carry out other things. This part of you may be dormant, or it could be living out a full, happy life up in the higher realms. This can also help to explain how a soul who may have already reincarnated into another body in another life can still visit and send messages to loved ones as the family member or friend they were once known as. This essence of you that is in higher realms may also split and travel down to a dimension that is not Earth but is accessible to those living on Earth. 4D. So there are souls that reincarnate into two separate bodies. These are known as twin flames. Now, with the concept of multi-universe, people got multiple twin flames and a shitload of soulmates. And since CERN is out here opening portals and shit like that to parallel universe, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people doppelgangers and got sucked in this thing, you feel me? Yeah. So that's a rabbit hole to dig down in another thing. But your twin flame is pretty much you. That's pretty much you on the spiritual shit. Your soulmate is you. Your soul contract was you facing yourself in different versions of yourself. Because you are the universe are you, the universe is y'all on this live, y'all looking at me, I'm looking at y'all. We are nothing but mere reflections of one another on a spiritual realm, just in different avatars. So we just experiencing ourselves on a whole different level. Different versions of ourselves. The good, the bad, the ugly. You know what I'm saying? The annoying, the hater, you know, all that. All that. I mean, so which make more sense on why they switched the gods too. It makes sense on why they switched the gods because when I was growing up, you know, we all grew up in the church and everything. Shout out to grandma. Something stood out into the Bible that never made sense to me. When he said that he is a jealous God, I'm sitting here thinking, jealousy is a low vibrating as frequency. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a God that's vibrating on a low frequency, what? Because if you're the almighty and the all-knowing and you know what people gonna do before they do it and everything, like you're the actual source, the universe. I create everything and I can destroy everything. Why would something as little as jealousy bother me? Yeah, man. But anyways, so back to this though. These bodies do not have to be the opposite gender. They can choose whatever gender is best going to help them live out their lessons in life. Your twin flame don't have to be a romantic partner. See, New Age spirituality only focus on romance and all that, but your twin flame don't have to be a romantic partner. Your twin flame can be your brother or sister that y'all real close with. That could be your homeboy that you real close with. Everybody got that one partner that they'll go to bat for. You know what I'm saying? We all got that one sibling. All that, like, these can be twin flame. A twin flame is just you in another body. It's a person that's cut from the same soul energy from you. Like the same energy, because we read in the beginning of this that the higher self, before it enters the body, pieces of it is left in the higher realm. So when one piece enters the body, other parts of you is still in the fifth D or spiritual realm or celestial council courts and all that type of stuff, doing what it's doing, thriving, creating lives, multi-universes or whatever, or it's probably just waiting to be born into the same lifetime as you. And that's where the twin flame comes in at. Like, you get born, one part of your soul, and then another you get born in the same lifetime, which is your twin flame and everything like that. And your soulmates is pretty much people that you've been knowing for past lifetimes, and y'all just keep, y'all got that soul contract. You feel me? Got that soul contract, which is your soulmates, and your twin flame got a soul contract with you too. You got a contract with yourself. You know what I'm saying? When you dealing with a twin flame, it's always good and positive. It's always yin and yang when you're doing it, until y'all can learn how to work together as a team to be whole. All it is a negative. All it is a negative energy and a positive energy trying to learn how to coexist again. Because at first you coexisted, and then when you got splitting up, you forgot how to coexist and shit. So it's like molecules and energy trying to learn how to get back together, and then when you learn how to coexist, you become whole again. That's why you hear people say, I found my better half and stuff like that, so that's the twin flame. Your soulmates is like just past people that's been with you from past lives and everything else, your soul contracts and stuff like that. I hope I explain it the best way I can, because it's a lot of new age spirituality nonsense floating around, and you got people lost in the sauce and confused and only focus on. It's crazy, man. Gotta expand your mind. Let me catch up in the comments real quick. Let me see what y'all talking about. Mine is my actual twin. Yeah, and it happens like, oh snap, 333. We in here synchronized. Everybody that's in here supposed to be in here. You feel me? But yeah, a lot of twins are actually twin flames for real. I mean, that makes sense too. Like you said, most twins are actually twin flames. A lot of twins actually bump heads in the beginning as kids, and then eventually they coexist and they become one as they get older because they realize they pretty much the same person. It takes a negative and a positive to charge a battery. Most definitely. Had to refresh my phone, but it's still here. Glad you in here. Mm. So, the twin flame connections can be extremely strong, and many people long to find their twin flame, believing that they would be. Flip the page. Oh. Believing that they would be the perfect partner, but this is not always the case. It ain't always the case. See, people be so hyped up on, I gotta find my twin flame, my other half. Your other half can also be your soulmate. Like I said, it's your soul mate. You know what I'm saying? Your other half can be your soulmate. It's not necessarily your twin flame. Like I say, in one lifetime of reincarnation, your twin flame might be your brother, your sister, or your homeboy, and you're supposed to be with your soulmate. In another lifetime, it's probably meant for you and your soulmate to actually carry out y'all karmic contract that y'all signed to learn how to coexist with each other and learn these lessons and shit like that. And your soulmates is just your homeboys and your homegirls and your brothers and sisters at that time. See, anytime you reincarnate, the lessons be the same, but the players change positions. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to learn all these lessons, and every person carries a lesson at a different time. It's like when you complete one level of a video game and you go to the next video game. You know what I'm saying? It's no different. It's the same scenario. It's just a different field and different opponents, and you got the same team, but they just in a different avatar. Same thing. So, and that's what it is. So, a lot of people be so focused on the twin flame that they be shit. They be the soulmate and ran away and shit like that. And now you left lonely, got to redo the shit all over again because you just totally failed at your contract real quick because you only focus on one thing but you don't know the other thing. So you got to really dig and learn and expand your mind on certain teachings and not just be seeing folks all the time like no judgment cast upon thee, but I just be seeing people all the time just be making posts of spiritual stuff, knowing that they don't really be into that. They don't really be into that. It's a trend. It sound good, and then when you actually meet these individuals, you be like, okay, conversation don't go nowhere, no none of that shit. You don't talk about nothing spiritual the whole time y'all kicking it, no nothing like that. You just be like, so you was capping, and then you do meet people. You know, they be 100% down with the thing, man. Like they pulling up with Florida water and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, vibe who you gonna vibe with. Know who down and who not. See, I have a male twin. I thought I was the negative one, but I think it's him. It could be. Y'all should just kick it in a room and see who's the most negative, and y'all start from there. All right, shout out to everybody who hung in here so far. We about to bring it on around with the last of the last. I had to say the best for the last. We are into the CIA declassified documents of the Adam and Eve story. Oh man, get your lighters up. Hey, the CIA declassified documents of the Adam and Eve story. We're going to read these documents the best way we can because as previous documents already showed us that they already have certain things blocked out that we cannot see, but we're going to try and put these pieces together the best way we can because we've been thumbing through these books. We've been really putting in the due diligence on this live and channel. So let's go, shall we? I am Connie 63, most definitely CIA. He said, oh, you got that PDF. It's getting juicy. Oh, yeah, Power Gen, we in here. Had to say the best for last. Years I've been waiting patiently. You feel me? I'm going to go ahead and roll up to this one. You feel you? Hey, better. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go ahead and get to it. So, shout out to the Nagas. Shout out to all my Nagas out there. Shout out to all my Nagas out there. Where my Nagas at? Go ahead and drop that snake in the comments. Where my Nagas at? Shalom, fam. What's happening? Women of the Most High. Long time no see. Here we go. My Nagas. What have we been saying? What was the puzzle pieces I've been saying that I've been thinking is a hypothesis that they flipped the gods. They flipped the gods on us. They flipped the gods on us. Nagas. The significant Naga hieroglyphics given to us by Ezra through Moses. The significant Naga glyphs given to us by Ezra through Moses. Directed reading are the cherubs, rib, Adam sleep, man, woman, tree, fruit, serpent, flaming sword. So, our knowledge of Naga glyphics or Naga glyphs tells us that the tree, parentheses, of life symbolize a mother continent. What was that mother continent that we already talked about? What was that mother continent we already talked about? Shout out to Queen Mu, Lemuria, South America, North America, Pangea, Atlantis, and everything. So, symbolizes a mother continent, a parent civilization. A parent. If there's a mother civilization and a motherland, there have to be a fatherland. Shout out to Gondwana, Africa, connected to America. What's happening, Pops? You feel me? So, now, a parent civilization lasting thousands of years longer than ours of today. An unadorned serpent represented water. What did we just read? Or the ocean. A serpent intertwined about the tree signified. Y'all bear with me. Something got my tongue tied. That the mother continent was surrounded by water. Genesis chapter 3. Actually describes Eve's heel on the serpent's head, showing her victory over the oceans. Cherubs, which were not pretty, plump babies, but hybrid men and beasts, were the glyphs of forelegs or foundations and underpinnings. Instead of being placed in the Garden of Eden, one was taken away, and a Naga or Maya reading of the Egyptian Book of the Dead shows that the cherubs of the north, east, south, and west were taken away, meaning that the foundation of the mother continent in all directions were removed or destroyed. Ooh, that was a mouthful. Ooh. Shout out to the Mayas. What did we just read? That book was The Lost Continent of Mu. The other book was Queen Mu. Now we are in CIA declassified documents. America is the real old world. And for those who like to say, what are your sources and reference? The CIA declassified documents. Come on, man. Can't scream erasure, man. Come on. Tongue twisters, man, most definitely. Oh, yeah, we in here, Nagas. We all in here. I see y'all. Here we go, man. Come on, give it to him, man. So, the Naga or Maya reading of the Egyptian Book of the Dead shows cherubs. For one, the Mayas reading Egyptian Book of the Dead. The Mayas reading, understanding the language, Egyptian Book of the Dead. It shows that the cherubs of the north, east, south, and west were taken away. Pangea, the islands were broken, north, east, south, and west. And he should scatter them to the four corners of the world. North, east, south, and west. Okay, so now. The flaming sword was the symbol of fire and earthquake. The fire signified what all legends of the cataclysms call earth fire, which is the molten layer below the earth's 60 miles thick shell breaking through the surface during a tremble, a literal hell, the molten rocks. Now it makes sense why they say you're gonna go to hell. It's a pit of fire, of lava, and Come on, man. Come on, be for real. It ain't no underworld with no red dude in a pitchfork. It is most probably the origin of man's concept of hell, as a matter of fact. Didn't I just say that shit before we even got there? And I have not read this, y'all. I just downloaded it, screenshot a couple of pages, and brought it to you. So we in this thing together. I like learning with y'all at the same time. So now, back to the tree. Fruit growing on the tree symbolized the original mankind, which settled the mother continent ages before Adam and Eve. Dodge the hijack. Their eating of the fruit tells us that they were descended from this original mankind of continent. Eve eating first signifies that she was the generation after Adam, making her his daughter. Who was Adam's first wife? Who was Adam's first wife? Eve is his daughter. So that means Eve's mother is who? Come on, man. Come on, man. In my breakdown of Lucifer, I'm going to be real. In my breakdown of Lucifer, I'm going to go ahead and give you a sneak peek on this one. I'm going to give you a little sneak peek drop. Eve shows up in Los Angeles. Lucifer spots her. Eve says, Lucifer, my first love. And everybody was like, what? And she was like, oh yes, that fruit was more like a banana in the garden. You know what I'm saying? And then one of his demons is named Mazikeen. Mazikeen's mother is Lilith. And Mazikeen and Eve got a the show don't say it, but how they interact with each other on this episode, I'm gonna show y'all. They act like Cain and Abel. So but that's a breakdown for another day. So one more time before we flip this page. Now back to the tree. Fruit growing on that tree symbolized the original mankind which settled the mother continent ages before Adam and Eve. Their eating of the fruit tells us that they were descended from this original mankind of the continent, which will be melanated people. They don't want to say humans because they still have to hide our identity. So anything before then was us. So now, go ahead and clear that up. So now they descended from the original man. The key word in this is the original. So dodge the hijack with mankind, focus on original of the continent. So now take out of mankind, just fill it in real quick. Their eating of the fruit tells us that they were descendant from this original of the continent. Eve eating first signifies that she was the generation after Adam, making her his daughter. Flip the page, catch up in the comments. Hold on. Say it one more time for the people in the back. What's happening? Oh, fire and brimstone. Yeah, lift you up. Boy, you going in tonight. You feel me? Hey, it's getting ready to be Aries season. Birthday coming up. I'm just high energies, man. I don't know what's going on, but shout out to that age of Aquarius for these gems I'm stumbling across. Y'all love them bad boys. Hey, oh, you feel me? Oh, man. mm. So now, the glyph of the creation is even more revealing. There are 3 figures represented in this picture. The top figure is the face of a sleeping or dead person. There were no separate symbols for death or sleep in Naga. Both were represented as the same. Both represented as the same. That's where you get that sleep is just a cousin of death. You feel me? They one and the same. You just stay sleep longer in one and reincarnate and all that other stuff. But the middle figure is shown as a male, and the bottom figure a female, who is represented as the mother of all mankind. In addition, there are curved lines from the sleeping and dead person in the male middle figure to the bottom female figure. The glyph has been interpreted to mean that the middle figure, a male, was put to sleep, shown by the top figure, and a rib or ribs removed from him, the ribs being the curved lines, and fashioned into the bottom figure, the female mother of all mankind. Thus fits beautifully with the story of Eve's creation. Adam, therefore, being both the male middle figure and the 2 figures, a sleeping or dead person. Unfortunately, they y'all know what the CIA did. They blocked out the picture. The picture was right there, as you could tell by the little dots right here, but they went ahead and scrubbed that off real quick, because the next paragraph I'm about to read is about to tell you why. Hold on. So now, so there is a slight hitch to this story, though. Check this out. There's a slight hitch to this story. However, the top figure, whether sleeping or dead, is depicted as a female. How could it be Adam asleep, awake, dead, or alive? Moreover, in Naga, the curved lines denote percentage rather than real, so more reasonably it appears that the top figure is a dead female whose offspring by the male figure Adam was the bottom female figure Eve, the mother of the Hebrews. We're gonna let that marinate real quick. We're gonna let that marinate. We're gonna let that marinate. The mother of the Hebrews. Oh, oh, oh shit. Hold on. Gotta hit that water, man. They flipped the story. We knew they flipped the story though, but now we know the story. But they flipped it though. How you gonna take a man's reel and create a woman and then come up with some old crazy shit like that's why men be missing a reel? Bruh, I got all my reels. What are you talking about? We are human. We got all our reels, bro. We ain't missing shit. You know what I'm saying? How? That don't even make sense. Welcome to the beginning of writing women out of history. Welcome to it. So, with that being said, man, the story is the woman, the woman is the daughter of the original man, but she gave birth to Adam. And then Adam, and you know how they did in the beginning, you know, a little incest or whatever, because you got to populate the world. And his offspring became Eve. And Eve is the mother of all the Hebrews. So if she's the mother of all the Hebrews, then who was Noah's wife? Damn, hold on, boy, she getting deep. She getting deep. I couldn't find that classification though. Well, we're gonna flip this page. Just real quick, shout out to the Nagas. Shout out to the Nagas real quick, you know what I'm saying? So now, oh, Salome, Salome, you Hellenes are but children. Who are the Hellenes? Who are the Hellen? We already talked about the Hellenes. The Hellenes. There is no old doctrine handed down amongst you by ancient tradition, nor any science which is hoary with age. Pretty much you ain't got no culture. So there have been, it said, and I would tell you the reason behind this. There have been and will be again many destructions of mankind arising out of many causes. The greatest having been brought about by earth, fire, and inundation. Whatever happened either in your country or ours or in any other country of which we are informed, any action which is noble or great or in any other way remarkable which has taken place, all that has been inscribed long ago in our temple records, whereas you and other nations did not keep imperishable records. And then after a period of time, the unusual inundation visits like a pestilence and leaves only those of you who are destitute of letters and education. And thus you have to begin over again as children and know nothing of what happened in ancient times, either amongst us or amongst yourselves. That shit deep. Hold on. Hold on. Before we bring it on home real quick. Okay. See what y'all talking about in here real quick. See, coincidence or coincidence, you feel me? Okay. Secrets. Now I got backwards again. Top figure female has to be curved. Yup. I would definitely be going back watching this live on YouTube. Most definitely. It will most definitely be getting posted tonight. A man's bottom rib can grow back. Adam was not born. He was made by God. And my block list was made by me. We ain't doing that, dog. We not doing that, bro. We're not doing that tonight. We ain't doing it. We ain't doing it. So what's up, my brother? What's happening, Lincoln? Correlation, yeah, deep. I'm telling you, Tigers, it's getting deep. Sorry to say this. So I already got him. Okay. Say, man, you just shit on so many people. I love it, man. You feel me? I'm just saying, man, we ain't doing that. Like, come on, man. We sitting here with the thing behind us, like, come on. We just read all these books and everything just connected all the way down to the CIA documents. We started with the lost continent of Mu. Then we hit the Queen Mu. Then that thing led us to this CIA declassified documents that they just started releasing and shit like that. I don't believe in coincidences. So I mean, come on, man. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that, man. You got your own platform. You can go on, pull up whatever you want to pull up, from elementary school or middle school or whatever, but we ain't doing that here, man. We read above 6th grade levels over here. So, as for those genealogies of yours which you have related to us, they are no better than tales of children. For in the first place, you remember one deluge only. You only remember one deluge. You only remember the flood. But we already talked about the earthquakes and the fires and how the continents went north, east, south, and west, got scattered to the four corners of the earth. And, previous lives, we already said that there was a great earthquake and everything like that happened too like that. So there were many great deluges that happened, but they only tell you about the flood. It was one that was way before the flood, and it was like 2 or 3 that was after the flood that they don't tell you about. But now you know. So can't say that you don't know now, because now you know. Whereas there were a number of them, And in the next place were dealt in your land, which you do not know. Melanated people, listen. Melanated folks, listen. And in the next place were there dwelt in your lands, which you do not know, the fairest and the noblest race of men that ever lived, of which you are but a seed or remnant. We are a seed and a remnant. You are your ancestors. We are our ancestors in a land that we don't know, but it's ours, but we don't remember. you know, So, and this was not known to you because for many generations, the survivors of that destruction made no records. Pluto, tumultuous, spoken by the priest of Egypt. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. What is this? Oh, in the next live, we will be talking about the conclusion. India, Greece, and Egypt. Oh yeah, that's the next live though. Just had to go and pop that up for y'all. So, in closing out this CIA document segment until the next live, a little bit of knowledge can be a dangerous thing, or it can be a vibrant seed, giving rise to verdant forces, and awakening sleeping giants. Y'all waking up? I mean, we are the giants. I mean, we are the ancient ones. I mean, we are related to the Titans and Gaia. You know, like sleeping giants. We waking up. we waking up. We waking up. I see you. We all waking up. And that was the Adam and Eve story, CIA Declassified Documents Part 2 on the conclusion. Next live, I'm going to set the live event. When I hop off, y'all go ahead and hit that register. You know how that get. So now, we made it to the end of the live. We done wrapping it on up a little bit earlier before 11 o'clock because, tomorrow is my off day and I would like to enjoy myself. You feel me? And I want to leave y'all with enough time to do some research. If y'all want to do some research, check out some videos. If y'all want to check out some videos, or just have some leisure time to yourself and let everything that we done talked about digest. I don't want to overload nobody. Got to let the brain marinate and soak in everything that we just talked about because we be talking about a lot. You feel me? So with that being said, I really do appreciate everybody from tuning in, checking in every day, faithfully, all the time, every time, sharing the videos, on the lives, all the likes, all the gifts, everything. I am most graciously appreciative all day and always, you feel me? So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and leave this thing on a high note, on a high vibration, because we vibing high all year long until we hit that 5D. So peace, prosperity, abundance, gratefulness, gratitude, and appreciativeness. Practice serenity. Control what you can control, let go of what you can't control, and have the wisdom to know the difference so you can balance or erase any karma, good or bad, that you may accumulate in your past lives, present, and future. But the future don't exist because you're writing it right now. So focus on the now, the present, because that's the gift. And I'm going to see y'all on the next live. I appreciate y'all.